So, welcome to my channel. Can you say that like on your first video? Can you say welcome to my channel like an established YouTuber or vlogger? Personally, I feel a bit ridiculous, but here it is. Welcome to my channel, ROR Diaries. I've done about 6 million YouTube channels, done about 3 videos on each one, changed the names, changed the format, changed everything, thought it was rubbish, nobody would watch it, got really underconfident, got paranoid, and then suddenly I thought, Olivia, all you're passionate about is your little X-ray sources, your RORs. You don't need to give it a name. I'd called one of my YouTube channels Home Farm Diaries or this, that and the other. And I just think all you're doing is sharing your little journey with your little X-ray sources. You're 46 years old, you live at home on a farm with your dog, your husband and your son and your cows. And you're just sharing your journey with your racehorses. So just call it ROR Diaries. So here we are to ROR Diaries. And my first kind of vlog here for you is buying Sergeant, who I got about a month ago, who is my second ROR on the yard. So I've got Minty out there as well, who's a national hunt horse. I've had him a year and a half, and now I've got Sergeant. So this vlog is basically introducing you to me buying Sergeant about a month ago. So enjoy, and yeah, hi, welcome. So this is in Grantham, and this is the day that I went to try Sergeant to see if I wanted to buy him, basically. So Sergeant is a 16-2 chestnut gelding. He's 9 years old, and he was a racehorse, a sprinter, flat horse, and he finished racing sound, fit and well, and he had a year in a field, and he had an owner that was very, very busy, and I think kept meaning to put him back into work, and time got away with her. So after a year in the field, she sent him to two really nice girls who I'm dealing with now here in Grantham to start schooling him in December. It's now May. Start schooling him and put him back into work and retrain him so that the owner could enjoy him. But I think the story goes that basically she is very busy. She's a professional lady, and it sounded like she had children with ponies and things. And she decided the best thing for Sergeant would be to sell him and let him go to a home where he'll do more things. So they advertised him as a kind of a low-level riding club all-rounder, genuine, safe to canter around in open spaces and things, like a real workman-like, genuine type horse, not sharp or spooky or silly. So this day I went to try him, and as soon as I sat on him, I felt very comfortable, very safe. And I'd not long just had a boot off my leg because I'd had a broken ankle, and the boot had just recently come off, so my right leg just felt incredibly weak, to be honest. Well, my whole body felt weak, and I was a bit conscious of that because I just, there's a really good rider sat there, there's another really experienced lady stood there who was filming, who works at the racing college, and I just felt like there I am, just like bobbling around with my right leg swinging all over the place, feeling a bit weak, feeling a bit nervous. I'd had weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks off riding with this fracture. And so, yeah, I just felt a bit self-conscious, really. But they were the nicest girls ever, and they made me feel at ease in the end. They were just so nice. That was just me really being a bit paranoid, just because I felt at a little bit of a low ebb with injury and things. But anyway, I was having a lovely time. I was having an absolutely lovely time. I was just trying to say to myself, sit up, sit tall, sit tall. But yeah, I just really enjoyed riding him. I felt very safe. I felt really comfortable. Like I genuinely felt, he just felt rideable. Like the word workmanlike just keeps coming back into my mind. Workmanlike, workmanlike. So yeah, I was having a lovely time, and I'll let you kind of listen to maybe a few of our chats on here. With the canter here, I will just kind of add, I didn't want to upset him in any way. I thought, oh, he's been a racehorse. He might not want me actually sat on his back cantering. Maybe I need to go into a light seat. So I just went into a bit of a light seat initially, just so that I didn't annoy him, basically. And then just kind of gradually sort of sat back down in the saddle, sat on his back. I was just trying to do everything not to upset him or not to look like I was riding him too harshly. You always worry it's somebody else's horse and they're just letting you, as a perfect stranger, you're just going and, riding their horse. And I bet that girl's thinking, I've had this horse here for 4 months with me, and then I've just got this strange girl coming and doing what she wants, riding round on him, walking, trotting, cantering, and it's, I don't know, it can be a bit cringe. I feel sorry for the people that are showing the horse, really, when you get viewers. Um, but I just really enjoyed. I keep saying it, but I really, really, really thoroughly enjoyed riding him round. And I knew, I think a pigeon dived out here actually. I think at one point I went, pigeon! I was more scared of the pigeon than the horse was. I knew, I just thought, I'm taking this horse home. Like, definitely, this horse will be coming home with me. Um, so, yeah, I'll just leave you to it again. There's me cantering around in the light seat, trying not to upset him, and then easing my way back into the saddle. It's just such a legend. He didn't care. He didn't care what I did.
What did you say?
Pigeon. He's so good with stuff like that.
So yes, you guessed it. We bought him. We went back another day, I think about 4 days later, and brought him home. And of course, you can't take the physio out of me. I am ultrasounding his back, and just doing all the what do you call it? Dotting the I's and crossing the T's. I had a full new set of shoes put on him because he didn't actually have back shoes on. He coped very well. His feet were brilliant, but we're right in the smack bang in the middle of the Lincolnshire Wolds. So I thought back shoes would be a good idea because we've got lots of farm tracks and stony areas. So I did a bit of an MOT, dentist. I've been treating him bodywork wise, full set of shoes. I probably just should have videoed the saddler coming, but the saddler has been and done Minty's template again, and she's really pleased. I'll put a clip in that is really, she first did him in September, then December, and now she's done him again, which is now May, and he has really filled out a lot. And then she's done a new template, the very first one for not Johnny, for Sarge. So that's his first template. It's a bit tetchy, a bit sensitive, a bit like unsure what she was doing. And he'd had students all day for the massage day, so I think he was just ready to get turned out, which there they are now. But yeah, I should have vlogged the saddler coming to do Sarge really, but I'll show you their templates. So I've got his paperwork now, and Minty is definitely on the up with his. So then when I'd given myself enough excuses to procrastinate, I actually got riding him properly. But no, I wanted to do some body work, and I wanted his shoes doing. I'd wormed him, had had his teeth done, I'd kind of done everything. And then when I felt nice and kind of ready and prepared, and I'd got to know him. Off we went to enjoy loads of hacking. Well, I'm having a couple of issues out here. The first issue is the weather, because the heavens have opened. Second issue is I couldn't get my chestnut thoroughbred through a really scary bit. Oh my God! I couldn't get him through a scary bit, so I had to get off and lead him through a scary bit. I mean, and now I'm really struggling to get back on. But also, come here, Sergeant. Oh my God, the weather! Oh, there is a bit of a fence there. I can get back. La li la li la. What do you reckon to this, Sergeant? I don't reckon a lot at all. So I'll just clamber back on somehow from the floor into that lovely saddle, and we'll just make our way back home, shall we? Also, I do believe in looking at the positives in life, and although he had a fright, a big muddy puddle and a tight gap, and I had to get off and lead him through, he did follow me through, and he's just stood here really quite chilled. Obviously we're drowning, and I'm not sure if he's actually going to go through that bit yet. But you know, on the plus side, he's having a little snack. So yeah, what do you reckon? This is shit. Right, the situation is I found a fence, so you just have to let me get back on. Oh, the rain's stopped, fucking sun's out now. So you just have to let me get back on. It can't go any worse, can it? Stand there. I'm back on my thoroughbred now. I'm absolutely drenched. But on the plus side, if you get stuck out hacking on this horse, you can just get off. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Jesus. Mind that. Oh, Christ. Oh, I'm soaked. This was bad idea. So, to end my story, it ended very well because I got back on, literally drenched. I got back on, he let me get on, he didn't care less, and then after muddy puddle 368, he really had no issues with tiny gaps, water, or anything. Gosh, I feel like I know him inside out now. We've had quite an adventure today, haven't we, Sergeant? So I'm absolutely, I think I'm going to get pneumonia. I don't want to be dramatic, but I am freezing. So here I took him to Hill House. Well, it's called Horse World now at Market Raisin. It's under new
really
ownership
nice,
or whatever management. So I took him for his first outing, which was brilliant. He was a little bit hesitant to load at first, but he loaded sort of within 5 minutes. And I just started. Joe said, "What do you want to do?" And I said, I'd like to start doing some pole work and maybe introduce him to a little bit of jumping over the next few weeks. He's obviously quite unbalanced on the flat yet. I need to master him on the flat. But I said, yeah, let's start cracking on with a few poles and things. And my God, did he love it? Like, he absolutely loved it. So we just built on coming down through this little line, trotting and cantering over poles.
Really nice that, because it shows you him stretching down and
later, or about 5 days later, at another venue at Kenwick at Louth, and this is where we introduced him to his first jump, his first couple of little jumps. He absolutely loves it. I'm no brave show jumper whatsoever, so I wouldn't rush things by choice. But he is loving it, so I'll just leave you with it a bit. So I hope you enjoyed my first introduction to Sergeant. I can't wait to look back on these vlogs. Do you know, even if it's just me that's watching them, I can't wait to come back and have a look and just check progress. Even just watching back those first 2 lessons that I had, watching my body. Hello, Wilson. Wilson's come to the vlog. Watching my body, like how tense I was and a bit rigid down my arm in the first lesson, to then just 5 days later relaxing into that canter, and how I kind of rode him just more relaxed and trusting in the second lesson, and that's definitely what it's all about. So yeah, here's many more to come, and thank you for watching. And I'm sure well, I'll try and get all my adventures with him, just because it's so good to... When I was looking, so when I got my first ROR, I was kind of searching into YouTube, ROR diaries or my journey with my ROR, and I was struggling a little bit to find that many. So hopefully ROR diaries now will just help people like me that were searching for some inspiration from others to give these lovely little racehorses a crack.